Hey, what's happening there, hat folks? G the Hat Guy here, back at you with another awesome hat video. All right. Um, Now we're going to talk about something that's pretty important here when it comes to hats, as you can see from the title of the video. We're going to talk about hat sizing and the different types of hat sizing and if you call yourself a hat man or a hat woman, you know what, now you definitely got to know your hat size. That's one of those things that kind of irks me whatnot when I ask people what's your hat size, especially when you say you're a hat man, you have all these hats and all that, and you don't even know your hat size. So it's very important to know your hat size. So if you're gonna order online or something like that, or even, in person, you go out to the retail store or whatnot. But it's very, very important to know your different hat sizes. Because there are quite a few different numbers, out there for hat sizing that you need to know. Uh, Again, this is G the Hat Guy. The title of the video today is Hat Sizing and Hat Fitting You Must Know. Hat sizing and hat fitting you must know. So let's get right into it. Okay. First, we're going to look at this one right here. Okay. We're going to look at this hat right here. Let me flip this over, flip the tags over here. Let's see. So as you can see, this has three different sizes on there. It's really two, but it kind of looks like three at the same time. And I'll explain that to you. It says large, right? So that's the word sizing there. Okay, when it comes to hat sizing, you've got four different types of hat sizing. You've got the word sizing, which is, small, medium, large, extra large, double, extra, extra large. That's the word that's actually spelled out. Okay, that's the word sizing. Okay, and then you also have what's called the number sizing, which is what you see at the bottom of this word here. Okay, it says 7 1/4 to 7 3/8. Okay, that's considered large in the U.S. in the United States. Okay, we typically would use we use about three different actually two different sizing in the U.S. I'll say we use the word sizing and the number sizing. Okay, and those are pretty standard in the U.S. There's a third one, which is the imperial sizing as well when it comes to the inches measurements. So imperial sizing, you're talking stuff like yard, inches, pints, that kind of stuff. But in this case, when it comes to hats, we use inches. Okay, I'll kind of go through that a little bit more detail in a little bit here as well. The Europeans, they typically will use the metric, which is like centimeters, millimeters, that kind of stuff. But typically they go with the centimeters measurement on it. Okay. So this, like I said, with the American, this is made in USA hat. You can see the word sizing says large, 7 1/4 to 7 3/8. That's the range that's considered to be large. Okay. Most hat sizes would typically have two sizes in it. If it's written word and says large, okay, that means it's got two head sizes in there. Okay, if it says large, extra large, or small, it can fit up to two head sizes in there. Okay, so with large, it's 7 1/4 and 7 3/8. Okay, with extra large, it would be 7 1/2 and 7 5/8 is considered extra large. Okay, and say for like medium, medium, you'll be looking at seven. Medium is actually 7 and 7 1/8 will be considered medium. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, there's two different sizes on there. You've got the word sizing and numeric sizing on this one. Sometimes, that's what you typically see when you have word size and a number size, on there. Sometimes, most of the time, in the United States, it's just word size, and we just say large on there, whatnot. If you have numbers, certain manufacturers, they use number sizing on there, then we have just one number. So we either say just 7 1/4 or 7 3/8. It won't say both. Okay. It's kind of rare that you will see both. You know, this particular manufacturer is one of those rare manufacturers that you will see both on there. You know, the word sizing and the number sizing. Okay, a lot of the bigger manufacturers is either they use word sizing only, or they use one number sizing at a time. So it will be either 7 1/4, like I said, size 7, 7 5/8, 7 1/2, you know, 6 7/8, that kind of stuff. You know, just one number. They won't use both, you know, at the same time. Some of your higher quality hat manufacturers out there, that's how they do their hat sizing. Okay, so this is that's that on there. Okay, folks, if you're learning something so far from this video, please give the video a thumbs up. Okay, it really helps the channel. And also subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'm G the Hat Guy. I've been in the hat business for several years. You know, hat connoisseur, hat enthusiast, hat expert, all that great stuff. You know, I don't claim to know everything about hats, but I just try to come on there, do these videos, and, you know, my job is to kind of share my knowledge, what I know about hats with other hat enthusiasts, other hat folks out there, people who are novice, you know, to hats and are looking at trying to get into hats, or you want to brush up on your hat knowledge, that kind of stuff. You know, so just making my own contribution, you know, whatnot. And this is my passion, hats, you know, one of my passions. Okay. And also on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. It's G the Hat Guy on Instagram. Also, we have a hat group, a private hat group. You can send me your request. Look us up. It's the Hatters Lounge by G the Hat Guy. You can look that up in the search box on Facebook once you sign in for the Hatters Lounge, just like it sounds. The Hatters, Hatters Lounge, Lounge, by G the Hat Guy. That's the name of the private hat group. You will need to send me a request, and then I'll approve your request, and you can join the group. No spam. You can post your own hat pictures on there. You can post, you know, when you dressed up, wearing your hats or whatever, your different hats. You can show off your hats on there, your hat collection, all that great stuff. Okay, it's just a social hat group. We have conversation, kind of share hat stuff and that kind of stuff. No spam. Okay. Okay, so let's get right back to this. Okay, so let me kind of show you here. Okay, with the size chart, the height size chart. You know, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. You know, I've just been kind of pushing it back and doing some other videos. But yeah, the time is now. So as you can see, small, this has, you know, 4 different types of hat sizing, like I mentioned to you. Okay, and it says small, 6 3/4, 6 7/8 in inches, which is the imperial system. Okay, the Americans use as well. You would not see the inches, the imperial measurements on the hats. I haven't seen that yet. You know, typically is the numbers that we use, or we use the words, like I said, you know, small, medium, large, that kind of stuff. The first 2 is the one that you typically see for most manufacturers within the U.S. I'm yet to see, you know, I've seen several manufacturers within the U.S., and I'm yet to see one that will put the inches, the imperial measurements on there. Another one you might see in the U.S., which is very, very rare, but you might see it on a very rare occasion, is the metric. But that's not typical for the American system. You know, we go with the imperial. You know, that's more European, the centimeters. The metric is more the European measurements on there. So as you can see, you know, for the small, 21 inches to 21 1/2, and then the centimeters is 54 through 55. Medium, 7 to 7 1/8, like I mentioned earlier. The inches is 22 to 22 1/2 inches, which is 56 to 57. It's considered to be medium. So that's 2 different sizes you're looking at there. Okay, large, like I mentioned to you earlier, 7 1/4, 7 3/8. That's considered large. Okay, in inches is 22 2 3/4, 23 inches. And for the metric is 58 and 59. 7 1/4 is 58. 7 3/8, which is my size, is 59. Consider 59. You know, same thing, extra large, 7 1/2 to 7 5/8, 23 1/2 to 24 inches. Okay, 60, 7 1/2, 61 and 7 5/8, extra large, 7 3/4 to 7 7/8. Okay, inches is 22 3/8 through 24 7/8. So 7 3/4 is 62, 7 7/8 is 63 cm. Okay, so that's basically it. Okay, but this is really important, for you to know whether you, at least if you're, if you're small, medium, will be good for you to know your number size as well. Okay, it will be good to know your number size as well. That's really important. So that kind of gives somebody an idea what your hat size is. If you're looking at purchasing a hat, or you're inquiring over the phone or something, or you're looking online, just as a hat person, it's very, very important for you to know your hat size, whatnot. Yeah, so that's the chart right there. And then I'll show you here some additional, hat sizes. You see, this is the European manufacturer here. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is 7. Let me move that bow there, kind of show you. 7/3/8 and 59 centimeters. Okay, so this has both sizes on there. Okay, typically with most European hats and caps, if you typically would just have the metric on there, which is the 59 centimeters, 58 centimeters, 57, 60 centimeters, that kind of stuff. Okay, but when they're making hats, for the American market as well, sometimes you will see them put the number on there, so the Americans can recognize, what the hat size is in an easier way. But typically they would only put the metric, the 59 or the 60 or whatever, and then it's up to you to know, what your size is. So if you're going to buy from a European manufacturer, you want to know what your metric size is in centimeters, what your hat measurement, if it's 59, 58, 57, 61, that kind of stuff. So, but this one has both to kind of help out some of the American clientele, which has 7/3/8 and 59 centimeters on there. Okay, so there you go on that one. Let's see here. So that's that one. Wanted to kind of show you. That one is different. Most hat manufacturers, American hat manufacturers out there, they will only have the number sizing on there. They won't have the metric. They would just have the number sizing. Like the 7, 7 1/4, 7/3/8, that kind of stuff. So here's another one here. I want to kind of show you. You see that one? It says just extra large. Okay, so there's a manufacturer. They just put, this one is just extra large. So that means this hat size is good for 7.5 and 7/5/8. Okay, based on that chart that I showed you. Okay, 7.5 and 7/5/8 is considered extra large. A large would be 7 1/4 and 7/3/8. Okay, based on the hat sizing chart. Okay, so that I showed you again. If we go back to our chart here, you see that extra large is 60, 61 centimeters, 7.5, 7/5/8. Okay, and 23.5, 20 to 24 inches. Okay, the hat size chart. Okay, folks, I hope you did learn something. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I'm glad I finally got around to it. I've just been kind of pushing it back a little bit here and there, trying to get some other videos done, and been kind of busy as well. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hope you learned about hat sizing, how to easily detect your hat sizing, know your hat size. Okay, and follow me on Instagram. It's at G the Hat Guy. Got more awesome hat content coming your way. Look us up on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Join the hat group. Send me a request to join. It's the Hatters Lounge by G the Hat Guy. Send me a request and I'll add you to the group. No spam. Also, we have t-shirts. Try to support the channel. We're a smaller channel, but we're growing. It says I'm a proud fan and member of G the Hat Guy Hat Club. Okay, and then it's got some of what the channel is about here. Let's see. It's hat styles, hat travels, hat fun, and hat entertainment. Okay, so I have this in different colors. The hats are $29.99. You can send me a request in the comment section, or if you on Facebook, when you sign up, when you send me a request to join the group, you can also contact me there. Okay, and I'll find out what your hat size is, all that good stuff. Here's another one. Different colors I have: navy blue, royal blue, olive green, that kind of stuff. So $29.99 free shipping anywhere within the continental U.S. Okay, for free shipping. If you're outside of that area, will cost additional for shipping. Again, it's G the Head Guy. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Bye.